Should I use iBuyers like Opendoor, Zillow, or Redfin to sell my house versus a realtor?
Well, find out the difference between selling with an iBuyer like Opendoor versus selling with a realtor. Stay tuned.
This is Gamalier, broker realtor with Sturgis Realty Group.
And I'm Alan Rios. I'm the realtor with Sturgis Realty Group. Thank you for watching, and remember to click like and subscribe to our channel.
Don't forget, every Thursday we'll be releasing a new video, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video.
All right, today's topic in our video: should I use an iBuyer or should I use a realtor when it comes to selling a house? But first, let's define what an iBuyer is, Gamalier.
Yes, to make it real simple, an iBuyer are investors. They're typically an investor group, investor company, and their goal is to buy a home and resell it for a higher profit.
All right, so some of those companies I'm sure you heard of, Opendoor, Zillow, Redfin, are just a few of those examples.
Yes, and obviously the main thing that they advertise and promise is obviously convenience. It's closing quick, no stress, no commission.
Wow, no stress, quick sale, no commission. Where do I sign? Sounds great.
Yes, and obviously when we talk about that, one thing I want to talk about is about some of the fees obviously involved.
Okay.
Typically when you're selling with an iBuyer, typically it could run anywhere between the call service fee between 6 to 12% versus a realtor, which is typically 6% commission, and that's negotiable. 3% of that goes to the listing broker, and 3% goes that typically to the listing buyer. So that's typically the transaction.
Okay, all right, let's put those in numbers, and we're going to give you an example of this transaction, a realtor versus an iBuyer. Let's start with the offer, Gamalier.
So typically an offer in here, you look at $415. Typically when you're selling with a realtor has the ability to market the property more, obviously, and create more competition, and typically get a higher offer.
All right, on the iBuyer side, we remember they are a group of investors, so they're looking to make a profit. So in this example here, you're going to be looking at a below market price offer of $395,000.
And then another thing obviously that we're going to take, if you have a mortgage, in this example we use $100,000, you're going to subtract that also.
Works for both sides, yeah.
And then typically here we have the closing costs that entail typically attorney fees, prorated taxes and insurance, transfer title. In this sample we use roughly $2,850.
All right, as far as the iBuyer side, you're paying for convenience. Remember, it's all about the convenience. So you're going to be paying a rough estimate around $3,450. They, for the most part, will choose the attorney's office to close.
And then the other part that we have here, we could look is the commission. Typically, like we mentioned, is 6%. So in this sample is $24,900.
And on the iBuyer side, there's $0 cost to the real estate agent.
Yes, and then another thing that we have here that you will see is the service fee. Typically, there's no service fee. There's zero with a realtor.
And on the iBuyer side, typically it's around 6 to 12% as far as the service fee is concerned. In this example, we're going to show an average, around 8%, and a rough estimate of around $31,600. And
then you have, obviously, when you're selling a home, you're going to have the inspection, which is this inspection / repair. Yep. You're going to typically, they're going to request for repair. In this case, this is a seller market here in Metro Atlanta where we are located. So typically, a lot of times you're able to do zero on repair because there's so much demand and competition that a good realtor can negotiate zero. But in this sample, we use $1,200 for repairs.
Well, on the iBuyer side, you really don't have a choice, right? There's a mandatory inspection, and there's also an estimate cost of repair. So in this example, we got a rough estimate of around $3,400.
Then another thing that we have here in the graph is days on the market. Typically, days on the market is how long it took to hold that property until it's sold. So in this case, we use typically here in the Metro Atlanta, typically to sell a house could take anywhere between 25 to 30 days. And also, because it's a seller market, typically you could put a house and have it under contract between 0 to 7 days. So If you use against an experienced agent, you could definitely sell the house pretty quickly. So you may most likely going to be making a payment of at least one payment, which is estimated around $2,400 for 1 month mortgage payment in this sample.
All right, let's take a look at the iBuyer side. In this particular transaction, you could close as quickly as 2 weeks. So in this example here, your holding cost would be roughly around $1,500.
Now everybody's waiting for this, the total net.
Drum roll, please.
So if you're using a realtor, your net is $283,650.
All right, on the iBuyer side, remember it's all about convenience. You're going to be looking at a total net of around $255,050.
So when we look at the difference,
$28,600, that's going out the window.
And that's money you could actually have in your pocket as a seller when using a realtor.
So to conclude, using a realtor will net you the highest amount of money in your pocket.
So do your homework, make sure you study well, but make sure before you hire or accept that offer for iBuyer, make sure you interview an experienced agent who's able to run the numbers and help you out with that.
All right, a lot of information. Hopefully that helps you out between determining to use a iBuyer or a realtor when selling your home.
All right, well, thank you. I hope this information was useful. Have a great day.
Take care.